Shalom fam, Solo Soul here, also known as Coach Arthur. Listen, hit that like and subscribe button. Follow us on our trip to Africa from America. Let's go. This trip was 37 hours with 3 layovers, one really long 8-hour layover. But from start to finish, we held it down like soldiers.
And also don't know how bored I would be on the plane.
First time on the plane. Oh, thank you.
You're in charge.
Huh?
Come on.
I'm in charge.
Group B, groups A and B, groups A and B will go forward flight 2050 to the Boston, gate 235.
You need help, Bella? This big girl on luggage.
Wow. Wow. Did you get my ticket?
To see our daughter's face as she took her first flight, definitely a moment that we will play over and over in our head pretty much forever. So our connecting flight, or our first flight to Boston, was about a 3-hour flight. We had a 3-hour layover in Boston. I mean, it's no amount of planning you could do to prepare to travel with 2 children. Definitely a toddler, an 8-year-old. Whatever you plan to do, you better just plan to pray as well. It's crazy how you are so excited to get on the flight and take a trip, and then you get an hour and a half into the trip and you just like, is this what I really wanted to do? Then as the plane is taking off, you realize this is everything that you needed in this season. This is everything that the Most High had for you in this season, and this is exactly where you're supposed to be. And you know, it's so hard for us, as human, is in being finite is just being. Sometimes we don't know how to just be in the moment because there's so much going on around us, and we always want to understand and know what's going on and who's doing what. But in this moment, all I could think about and all I can really focus on is getting my family out of Babylon and really setting up somewhere so that the rest of my family, when the Most High really press them and put it on their heart to leave, they'll have a place and be ready to leave. So some people don't understand what this journey is. This journey is not for me and my family to go and live it up in Africa, because if it was my plan, I would still be in the U.S. and I would just move to another state, because that's the type of mindset that I had. It was my plan. I'm feeling like, well, I can go and make this plan and I can go do a better business somewhere else and I can go do all these other things. But no, it's really what the Most High really put on you to do. And that's what you have to do. You have to be obedient. A lot of people believe that obedience is submitting your will. But truly, obedience is not submitting your will. The Most High simply wants you to listen to that small voice. Hear the Most High's voice when you're in a situation when you have to make a right decision or a wrong decision. The enemy will whisper things that, tell you to battle against people with your flesh. And the Most High will whisper and say, no, let's step away, keep the peace, let's pray about it, let's step back and rethink it. That is the Most High. That other voice that tells you, hey, I need to slap them in their face, or I need to do something to get them back, or I need to manipulate the situation. That's not the Most High. The Most High don't dwell in that. So another really big thing is just not being fearful. So that spirit of fear can come when you're not being led by the Most High. So I could have been fearful on this entire journey because I'm traveling with my wife, my 2 children, and they had never been to Africa. But I'm telling you, this confidence is just not confidence that I have, because sometimes I can be a worrisome person. Every time my children get sick, I run them to the hospital back in the US. I know that on this journey, we'll get sick because of the food and different elements, but I'm not fearful because I'm being led by the Most High. So it took, 33 years for me to truly understand that, or to really get it, but I get it now. You have to listen to that small voice and allow the Most High to lead you. Some of us overthink situations, and to really understand what I mean is when you're taking leaps of faith, sometimes you can overthink it and talk yourself out of taking that leap of faith, like starting that business or taking that new job venture. But don't overthink it. Trust the Most High. Now let's talk a little bit about trusting the Most High. Philippians 2:14 says, "Do all things without complaining and arguing." I'm one person, and people who know me know that, for one, I can argue you down if we truly needed to argue about something. And I can also complain to you if some things are wrong. I can critique and complain about a lot of things. But in this video, I promise I won't complain about too much. Now I'm going to bring up some key points or some things that they can do a little bit better, just for, for people to be comfortable. But our next flight from Boston to Doha, Qatar, is probably the point where they lost my luggage at, because my luggage never made it from Boston. See, I'm not complaining. That's just me stating the facts. So because we had such a very, very long layover in Doha, we decided to do a lounge. So they had multiple lounges. You can pick whatever one you want to do. So $60 per adult and $30 per child. So lucky us, we only had to pay $160 for 8 hours. They had a family room. Someone was in it when we got there. About 2 hours, we, chilled out a little bit, and after that, we took the family room and we held it down for all 8 hours. It was good. It was a good thing we did, because we needed to take showers. So they had a buffet. They had coffee. They had juice. They had wine, sparkling water, whatever you need. They had TVs, charger phone, Wi-Fi. I'm telling you, I ate so many of those little desserts. I don't even know what they're called. One thing I do know is that when you took a few of those desserts off of that tray, you come back 2 or 3 minutes later, they already had them replenished and ready for you. I don't know who came up with this lounge thing, and some of you have experienced this. I'm new to this whole traveling thing, and the lounges was, 10 out of 10. Doha, Qatar, 10 out of 10. Keep doing what y'all doing. Now let's talk about the buffet for just another moment. This is where the $60 per adult, really, you get the bang for your buck. So they had chefs, or sous chefs, hovering around the buffet at all times to keep it pristine and in immaculate condition. So my daughter was so excited about the different desserts that they had. They definitely had some amazing hummus. They had every type of sandwich: tuna sandwich, chicken salad sandwich, turkey sandwich, all the sandwiches. They had some pasta. My daughter said the pasta was amazing, and I believe it smelled so good. Did I taste the pasta? I think I tasted the pasta, but it had dairy in it, so I couldn't eat too much. They had a vegetable soup that was so good. They had this Arabic bread that you dip with the hummus and you can eat with your soup. I'm telling you, I ate like 3 bowls of soup, maybe 2 or maybe 3 cups of hummus. But either way, my wife always connected with somebody, so she connected with this older lady that was actually traveling to Kilimanjaro, I believe she was traveling to Kilimanjaro to do like a trip, the women's trip. So she had an escort, and we didn't realize how far our gate was away from the lounge. And good thing we did get this escort, because we would have been lost in this moment right here. We would have been like completely lost. Now, after having that 12-hour flight from Boston to Doha, we were not looking forward to another long flight. So as we walk to the gate, we are dreading every moment of getting on another flight. I mean, I think the main thing I was thinking of is like, I hope we get some leg room. Because, man, being 6'2", yeah, it's very uncomfortable. And then, for some reason, I always get somebody who want to lay the seat back. I don't understand. Like, if you see a taller person sitting behind you, I think you ought to just suck it up and not try to lift your seat back. But again, remember I said I'm not complaining. So, I mean, I'm just stating the facts. Another major plus for Doha, Qatar, is that sitting in the airport, they had the AllSpark from Transformers. And for those of you who don't know me, I am a huge Transformers fan. I mean, I watched Transformers from in the 90s where they were in the jungle and everybody was different jungle animals. Optimus Prime was a gorilla. But I'm gonna get off that. But anyways, I love sci-fi. I love Transformers. Thank you, Doha, for that throwback moment with Transformers. It definitely brought back some good memories. So we did not enjoy walking through this airport, which seemed like a mall. It's full of shopping, retail, and tourist attractions. It really reminded me of traveling in Turkey. So when you get off the airplane in Turkey, it's nothing but shopping and retail. It like a luxury 5-star mall. And if you from the Florida area, Millennium Mall, it's like 10,000 times better than that. So yeah, Doha, nice airport, but really big. It's a lot of walking, some nice little tourist attractions. We did not explore the airport at all. We spent majority of our time in the lounge, which was much needed after that 12-hour flight. As we got closer to our boarding gate, we realized that we should have explored the airport just a little bit more because there were some attractions that we definitely would have enjoyed as a family, including this dope rainforest area that I wanted to check out so bad. When I noticed it, it was just too late. We were running behind. But we learned that Doha, Qatar was doing some construction at the airport, so we had to board our plane in the actual airfield. Fam, we finally land in Tanzania and we are so relieved at this point. We had a little hiccup at immigration, but that went over kind of smoothly with a little bit of money. And we got to baggage claim to find out that we are missing 2 pieces of main luggage. That didn't go over smoothly. It took almost 2 hours to get that sorted out. So prior to us taking this trip, we agreed upon a price with our driver. The driver initially wanted $75, which was completely ridiculous to go almost less than 8 miles from the airport. Then we agreed upon a price around $45, I believe. And I'll have to look at that, but I'm pretty sure it was $45 is what we agreed on. So we get to leave. We get loaded in the van, which I thought was a truck, which really was a van. We get loaded in. And we call the Airbnb to find out if we can check in early, which we had already planned and spoken to the Airbnb host to let them know we were going to fly in at 10 a.m. So the Airbnb wasn't ready. So fam, to make this story even shorter and not to take too much more of your time, the driver definitely tried to manipulate us, try to get more money out of us, trying to pick up our luggage for us. I lost luggage, which he wouldn't have been able to pick up our luggage simply because he didn't have a passport to match the luggage tags. But I mean, it's always some type of little scam that people try to get over on you. I caught it the last time I was, in Tanzania, and I definitely picked up on it this time. So, when you think people looking out for you, but they're really not. Just pray and regroup when you get off the plane. Check your discernment. because it will be a little off because you are exhausted and you're just trying to get to your destination. So until next time, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments below. Anyone from Tanzania or from Africa or any other country, please leave some comments, leave some tips, and some recommendations if you have them, because it's hard. It's gonna be hard for us out here, like moving around. But we know that you got to check your discernment, stay prayed up.